Good morning, I'm Audrey Brown. I'm the clerk of Washington Township. I am here today at Powell Cemetery, which is one of the 6 cemeteries that the clerk's office maintains. Currently, we have 2 cemeteries that are still open, the Powell Cemetery, where I am today, and also Mount Vernon. The other 4 cemeteries are closed and no additional burials can be done in those cemeteries. But here at Powell, we have Dave Carter from Carter's Cemetery Preservation. They are cleaning, restoring, repairing many of the old tablets and headstones that are here. It is a labor of love and it's very delicate and time intensive. He has this excellent crew here to help in the effort. It is amazing to see what they're doing.
Hi, Dave Carter, Carter Cemetery Preservation. We're out here at Powell Cemetery doing restoration on half of the cemetery, the old part. We started a few days ago. We're making a lot of progress. All these were pretty much leaning and in the ground, so we're getting them back, trying to make the cemetery beautiful again. We're doing some repairs, restoration, cleaning to make the cemetery, back beautiful again. So this tripod here does probably about 90% of our work in the cemeteries. So the idea is we're gonna lift this stone out, and we're gonna get it straight and level, and then we're gonna get it back in the ground and go to the next one. So Melanie's gonna crank this up so we can show you how long these tablets are and how we raise these things to level them. So once we get it up, we're going to measure the length of the tablet, and then we're going to bury it back in the ground 1/3, and we're going to straighten it out because this particular tablet's twisted a little bit. Try to get them straight as possible. So what they're doing right now is they're just going to move it out of the way. We're going to lower it down so we can get that hole dug. But as you can see how long these stones are. So it's not just like you can come and dig a little bit and wiggle it and straighten it out. It doesn't work that way. So now we'll dig this down in this hole. We're going to square it off. We're going to use a pea gravel sand base, and then we're going to put it back down and level and clean it, and then we'll be good.
I am Melanie Perkis from Perkis Cemetery Preservation. I am a business partner with Dave Carter in Carter Cemetery Preservation. We're here at Powell Cemetery, and we've been doing some cleaning and leveling work, but we've also been doing some repairs. This is one of our ones that is nearly done. This was a pretty complex repair. When we first found it, it was in 2 pieces. You can see the top piece and you can see a crack, and this bottom piece was buried, and this was down on the ground, and there was actually a little tree growing up between the base and the stone, so it obviously had been there for a while. You can see back here, this is the old base that it was meant to sit in, but it got snapped. It had been secured with a metal pin in the middle, which is a really bad practice that we're starting to now see the results of. That basically what happens is the water gets in where that pin is, expands, contracts, and it snaps, and you end up with a broken base. This base, unfortunately, sometimes we can fix them. This was unusable, so we cut the pin off of this base here. What we did is we have a jig, which is a metal platform thing that we put this in upside down so that we could epoxy the lower piece to the upper piece and have it stable before we then put it on the base. So we cleaned the stone real good. We treated it with the D2, and then we got into the jig. We prepped the surfaces to make sure we have nice, clean, hard marble that isn't sugaring or anything. In this case, we used 10X epoxy to secure the stone together. It is a knife grain stone epoxy. It's meant for this kind of thing. It works really good with marble. And the next step basically will be we'll take all the boards off. These were basically to keep it from tipping. It's very stable, but you never know. We will then use a lime and cement mortar to grout the cracks. And then we will also use a slot mix that is lime and cement and sand to just go around the edge and seal up the bottom, so that, again, a little more stability, but also to keep water from going in and out, and also just aesthetically pleasing too. So that is, this will be done today, most likely, and this is about a 3-day project because of all the steps and the waiting, but it's definitely worth it when you take it from a pile of stone with a tree and you've got it back up again. So.
We have Melanie Purkis of Purkis Cemetery Preservation, who partners with Carter Cemetery Preservation. And Melanie's going to tell us a little bit about how they repaired the obelisk. Go ahead.
So when we got here, this whole piece was down here leaning against. The stone also was black with lichen and all kinds of stuff. So we used the tripod that had to have extension legs. We had to allow for not only the height of the tiers, but we also had to allow for the height of the stone. And so we calculated, I think, somewhere around 90 inches of chain we needed to basically put straps around it from here, and then we lifted it up, cranked it up, and slid it right over and got it right on there. It's heavy enough, it's not going anywhere. The stone itself, thankfully, was already leveled, or we would have done that first. But in those cases, we would dismantle it piece by piece to level it. And then we just gave it a clean and sprayed it with D2, which is a approved biological ammonium compound that kills all the black stuff and the bacteria and mold, and eventually starts making everything look this white.
So D2, Melanie, is the preferred agent for cleaning stones, correct?
That is correct.
Even though online there are many others, but D2 is the correct one.
D2 is the correct one. It is used by the Arlington Cemetery.
Right.
On all the military stones, they go out there and they spray them all with D2. That's how they keep them so white.
Wow. Interesting.
It's the Michigan state approved cleaning compound as well. So always have to make sure you're following the preservation rules for your state as well. So that's what we use.
Thank you. Thank you.